Hey guys, welcome to Cobb's Corner, welcome to the channel, and as always it's a pleasure to have you here on the channel with me. So I want to talk about a new supermarket that I've noticed in China. It's called Hema. And Hema is a really interesting supermarket. It's kind of the brainchild of Alibaba, and Alibaba, if you don't know, was founded by a guy called Jack Ma, probably one of the wealthiest people in China at this moment in time. And also, if you didn't know already, Alipay and WeChat are the most commonly used methods in order to pay for things in China. So everything in this new store called Hema is using or utilizing Alipay. In fact, Alipay is so integral to the store that wanting to use any other payment method is not really that much of an option, or at least that was my experience when I went to visit Hema. Now, let's start off by my first impressions of walking into the supermarket. So you get into the supermarket, it's massive, it's a huge supermarket. Up above you see conveyor belts that are literally carrying bags of shopping across over the top of your head. So very strange experience, not like a supermarket when you go in, more like a factory or a warehouse. So that was the first thing that I observed. The second thing is that I started filming. Just filming products and the supermarket, and they told me I can't film. I didn't understand this. I understand that perhaps you can't take photos in museums or of pieces of art, but not just products in a supermarket. It just seemed a bit bizarre to me. But anyway, I'm sure they've got policies and reasons as to why they couldn't. So I couldn't, unfortunately, get as much footage as I wanted to get, but hey, such is life. Anyway, going into the supermarket, it was quite interesting because the products are updated in real time. And what I mean by this is that the prices of the products can just change in a flash. And this depends on, for example, if the cost of apples has gone up, they will change all of that in real time. So it'd be like an electronic tag as opposed to, just a regular paper tag that we might generally be used to. So I found that pretty interesting, it was pretty cool. And then on top of that, there was a bar in the supermarket. A bar? What are you going to do? You're going to get drunk in the middle of the supermarket? I didn't understand that concept at all. I'm sure there's good reasoning behind it. Perhaps the only thing that I could think of was that you might, first of all, you might want to just relax and have a drink. But the second thing is perhaps you will try one of the drinks there, and then if you like it, then maybe you'll bring the alcoholic beverage home with you. It's just such a foreign concept that I had never considered before. And then the thing that I was really excited about was I thought there would be robots bringing me food in the restaurants, because there's also restaurants or multiple little restaurants in the supermarket. But actually, this wasn't the case. It was just a kind of standard place where you would order your food and somebody would serve it to you. So I was a little bit disappointed because Hema kind of makes a promise that it's going to be innovative and completely different, which in some aspects it is. That just not in that aspect at all. So perhaps across other Hemas, because they're popping up and sprouting all over the country now, there probably will be some restaurants with robots in them, so it's probably not representative of the whole of or all of the Hemas. This is just the one in Guangzhou. And yeah, aside from that, I think that overall it's a pretty cool store, but you have to remember that everything is done through Alipay. You have to also sign up with the store as well, so you have to get their application. It just kind of feels like I'm selling myself even more so to Alipay and giving them more and more information. And I understand it's obviously a marketing tool, but for me, unless I can see the value in that, I'm not necessarily going to sign up, and I'll just use another supermarket here. Some of the good things though, they do offer 30-minute delivery. 30 minutes. Within 30 minutes, you can get your food, drink, whatever delivered to your front door. This is only if you live within 5 kilometers of Hema. But this is also why you see people sprinting around the store in order to get the products and get them all packed and, you know, put into the shopping bags and put into the conveyor belts and then whacked out to the general public. So I found that pretty fascinating. I think that's a pretty good marketing ploy and a pretty interesting one as well. So yeah, Hema in general is a pretty interesting experience. And as with most Chinese supermarkets, you'll also find plenty of seafood if that's what you might desire. Personally, I still find the supermarket that I have here, where I live in Zhongshan, is much better. It's not as crazy. You can still get to the checkout. There's hardly anyone at the checkout. And yeah, so for me, it's actually important to go into the supermarket. It is for Chinese consumers as well, because you just think, well, if they can get everything online and it's delivered to them within 30 minutes, then why would they bother going to the supermarket? But actually, in some of the research that I've done, Chinese consumers want to go to the supermarket because 34% of seafood actually, or 34% of exported seafood in the world comes to China. They love their seafood, but they want to also make sure it's fresh. So if it is imported, you know, how quickly was the turnaround time in order to get to China? So they want to actually physically go to the store, see what is on offer, and then make a decision and make a purchase. So yeah, again, pretty fascinating stuff. Anyway, I'm going to leave this video here. I think I've given a bit of information about Hema and maybe you will be interested. Just drop me a comment down below. What do you think? Do you think this kind of supermarket will explode in the West? Do you think that it's kind of a bit of a gimmick? What do you think? Let me know down in the comments below. Anyway, guys, I'll leave the video there for today. Thanks very much for joining me. Remember to like, remember to sub, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.